or the next step in this chapter is how respiration takes place in animals. As you all know, animal can live in wide diversity climatic conditions. They can be in the form of single cell, they can be in the form of group of cells. The example here is protozoans. Here it is poriferans. And sometimes these cell aggregate forms a simple type of tissue which is present among coelentrates. So these type of the organization, they are simple organization where there is no specific tissue developed for the purpose of respiration or exchange of gases. So here the exchange of gases takes place by general body surface. There is no specific organ for respiration. It is generally by the process of simple diffusion. As you know, these animals are mainly aquatic animals, so gases are released from the body surface in the water, and dissolved oxygen in the water comes inside the body of the animal. So from protozoa to ctenophora, which is a very small group of animals, the respiration is by this method. When we come to the next animal group, which is a little bit advanced over the previously discussed group, that is platyhelminthes. This group contains the animals which are mostly parasitic, as well as nematodes like hookworm, pinworm, roundworm, threadworm. They are all parasites. One should remember that most of the parasites, they spend most of the time in their life in absence of oxygen, means they are living mostly in anaerobic condition when oxygen is not required. So there is no need for oxidizing food. They take the already a pre-digested food, which is a ready source of energy. So oxygen is not required. Anaerobic respiration is the main method in these groups, platyhelminthes as well as nematodes. When we come a little higher in the invertebrate group, then we reach to phylum Annelida, and we can go till the most advanced group of vertebrate, that is Mammalia, which includes human beings. From Annelida to mammals, we have got a well developed respiratory organ system developed. For example, trachea in arthropods like cockroach and some other insects. The respiration by trachea is called as tracheal respiration. When the respiration takes place by gills, as in case of few arthropods like unium, sorry, like in prawn and fishes also, then the respiration is known as branchial respiration. Another type of respiration which is considered as advanced takes place with the help of well-developed lungs, and the respiration takes place among most of the vertebrate groups, that is amphibians, reptiles, birds, and in mammals. This is known as pulmonary respiration. Sometimes in amphibians the respiration is through the buccal cavity, then it is known as buccal respiration. So we have got various modes of respiration among different animal groups. In amoeba, as I discussed, it is by general body surface exchange of gases. In earthworm again, the exchange of gases takes place through the general body surface. But in case of annelids, which includes earthworm, there is a specifically present pigment in blood which is responsible for transportation of oxygen as well as carbon dioxide formed during metabolic process. These pigments may be erythrocyanin, chlorochlorine among crustaceans, and among human beings the blood pigment is hemoglobin. Somewhere it is myoglobin, which is present in muscles in case of aquatic mammals like whale, porpoises, sharks, and in some other uh, mammals which are present in sea, which actually seems myoglobin is a muscle pigment. So all these pigments, hemoglobin, chlorochlorine, myoglobin, these are oxygen transporting pigments. They are basically proteins. Since they are associated with color, so they are known as chromoproteins. Fishes specifically I would like to discuss. They have got well developed gills. So gills are present on the both sides of head in fishes. Suppose this is a fish. Gills are present at the anterior end of the body on the lateral sides. In marine fishes they are open, but in freshwater fishes gills are covered with a lid called operculum. During breathing, fish takes in water through its mouth, which carries dissolved oxygen, and this oxygen rich water travels through the gills and it comes out through the gill pores. The gills are highly vascular, means they are richly supplied with blood. They are the sites for exchange of gases in fishes. And some type of respiratory pattern is followed. The same type of the respiratory pattern is followed in some other aquatic organisms like prawn, as we have just discussed in case of fishes. Different animals, they have got different type of respiratory patterns, but the ultimate objective of this process of respiration is the transportation of oxygen and to make the oxygen available at the site of oxidation of food. In cell, it takes place in mitochondria.